Hey everybody, Livingston here. Today we're jumping into Season 1, Episode 1 of Tales from the Crypt. Came out June 10th, 1989, and it's called The Man Who Was Death. Looking forward to jumping into this series because when I was a kid, when this came out, I was 4 years old, and I was deathly afraid of Tales from the Crypt. I really didn't watch it when I was 4, but when it was on TV in the early to mid 90s, I was like, nope, don't want to watch it. I'm out of here. You know, I didn't want to have any part of this show whatsoever. I'm sure it might come off as cheesy now, but I'm looking forward to seeing what kind of show this really is. I've seen some episodes through the years here and there. I'm talking very minimal, maybe 2 or 3 out of the 7 seasons that they have. I think there's 93 episodes all total. So we got a long ways to go before we get to the very end, the series finale of it. Let's jump into the first episode and see what we're getting into.
Tales from the Crypt. Poor little fellas. All those cute little maggots.
It's mean.
Our story, he likes to kill human pests. Now that's entertainment.
I mean, no doubt people would watch.
This one's a real shocker.
All right. The Man Who Was Death. Bill Sadler. Bill Sadler is William Sadler, which I know him from Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey. He played the Grim Reaper. He was also in Shawshank Redemption. He played Haywood. And he was also in Die Hard 2. He played General Stewart.
It's long about midnight. Charlie's gonna die in a few minutes. You see, one day Charlie had a half pint of vodka for lunch. He got to thinking about how they turned him down when he wanted that raise. So he went down and got his cold blue 44 out of the glove box of his Chevy. 2 slugs went into Sailor, 3 went wild. Last one went right through a glass wall into a secretary that's passing by.
Man, accident, huh?
Kind of a lucky shot, really.
Not really.
I guess right about now, Charlie Ledbetter's starting to think pretty serious about that Valley of Death.
Fourth wall break.
Wondering if he's gonna crap all over himself when I juice him in a couple minutes. He will.
I guess this would kind of tell you how a person would be when they're facing death, when they're about to sit in a chair.
Crying and hollering and screaming, blubbering, the governor's gonna call and all that. They say your eyeballs pop out, they say black blood comes out your mouth. Nice thing about electricity is it's clean.
The governor's gonna call! He's gonna give you a state! The governor's gonna call!
Man, this is horrific.
You're being some damn chicken shit. You killed somebody, now you're gonna do the hot squat. People tell me most executioners never look the prisoners in the eye. I always look.
Huh.
Now you all ready for your Regulation 2 jolts the state requires?
He really takes pride in his work.
I think we should proceed now. There's been a word from the governor.
Abiding, may the blessings of God and unmixed joy.
No! It ain't right!
Okay, is he gone?
They say electric current's so fast the brain gets cooked just as soon as the switch is throwed. Prisoner never feels a thing. Boy, I'd hate to think that was true.
I don't know. You kind of wish for the guy to go out the same way, right?
I'm a country boy, but I like the city. It's real pretty, isn't it? I've been the executioner in this state for the last 12 years. I caught on as an electrician, and after a while, I got a job out to the prison, taking care of the generators. Let's say do it with gas or with some lethal injection. That's how you kill a dog or a cat or something, not a man. It's gotta be the old electric chair for me.
That's how he wants to go out? Maybe he'll get his wish. I feel like a lot of these shows like to foreshadow what might happen in the future. I feel like he's gonna go out the way he wants.
The legislature is prepared to vote whether or not to rescind the death penalty in this state. Opponents of the bill claim the death penalty is...
What?
Many also claim that execution is still murder in the eyes of God.
I'm terribly sorry, Niles.
I gotta admit, the damn thing caught me by surprise. Yeah, well, I was kind of hoping I'd get my old job back. I mean, you still need somebody to look after the generators down at the powerhouse.
We already have someone for that, Niles.
What? Fire him.
Now, listen, I've been working here a lot of years. Don't seniority count for something?
It's not that, Niles.
What is it?
Well, we thought it wouldn't be good to have you around the prisoners. I mean, they all know what you did. I can't let it come to that, Niles.
I guess this ain't the kind of work they give you a gold watch for, is it?
Chicken shit politicians really did it.
Oh, I know him. He was on Total Recall.
I hate to see talent go to waste.
That's Roy Brocksmith.
TV people don't know nothing. They want to do something good. They ought to put a lot of little TVs in all the cells of all the prisons, you know, closed circuit, so that all the guys who's locked up can watch their buddy when he gets cooked.
Hell, I'd watch it.
If they televised executions, the whole country would just stop the death penalty. They put executions on TV, be the fucking highest rated show of all time. Other networks would start killing people just to compete.
We eat shit and the shit eats us. They canned me from my job because they're afraid of me. Drink it, you breathe it, you fuck it. We're all pregnant with it, growing inside all of us.
You see those two junkies? Pitiful bastards, ain't they?
In a way, I respect them. They're honest. Just get a little taste of the grave. See, they know death is coming. I like that. Because at the same time, junkies are shit.
However, having reviewed the district attorney's case, I'm afraid I must rule that there are no grounds on which to prosecute James Flood.
What?
Mr. Felice.
Yeah! Your Honor, I would like to petition immediately to the appellate court for a review.
Order in the court.
Son of a bitch, you killed my brother!
Hey, little bitch.
Okay. He's got an idea. I think he's gonna do a little vigilante justice, huh?
I got nothing special against bikers. Bikers believe in freedom. But this biker, now he went way out of line, and he ought to pay.
I'm gonna do something about it. Whoa! I thought he was gonna, like, capture him or something.
A short circuit may have been responsible for the freak accident which claimed the life of alleged murderer Jimmy Flood.
And some people say there's no God.
The problem is he spends too much time making assholes like that biker.
You know how on TV they get these experts, it's only the minorities that get the chance. Did you ever notice that?
Pretty dark when I get done with him, Vic.
Will the jury foreman please read the verdict?
In the charge of first-degree murder, we find the defendants
Not guilty.
not guilty.
What?
Found innocent of all charges and are free to resume their private lives.
Did they get away with murder?
It's over.
So he's gonna be judge, jury, and executioner no matter what the court says.
Decided to unload his wife in favor of this little hotski that he had on the side. Divorce wasn't quite good enough.
You know, I gotta say this for old Corny.
Nudity. Forgot this was an HBO show.
And this girl of his is awful pretty. Looks just don't last.
Oh my God! Who are you?
I have $200 in my wallet. It's in my...
Take it, just don't hurt us.
Keep it. I ain't here for your money.
What are you here for?
I find you both guilty of the murder of your former wife, Mr. Corny, and I sentence you to death.
Yeah. Oh, Ted's idea. I didn't know he'd really go through it.
Wow.
I never had no problem with women.
It's easy to be successful with dames. Just don't fall in love and you're okay. You give them what they want, you fall in love, they'll kill you.
Thanks for letting me know.
They either dump you and move on, or if they let you hang around, they cut your balls off. Now, as far as strategies for getting into their panties, you treat whores like queens and queens like whores. You got no problem.
Huh. Interesting saying.
And up there, you got the queen bitch herself. Yes, sir, I got just what the doctor ordered for you.
Electricity?
I wonder how you gonna dance when I put 10,000 volts through your ass.
What an a-hole. Well, he's gonna do it right there.
Goddamn hell is going on here?
Uh-oh. Arrested.
You are under arrest. You have the right to remain silent.
I had a feeling he'd be captured. Wonder how they got onto him. They probably won't tell us. Too short of a show.
I got some good news for you, Mr. Talbot.
What's that?
The state legislature has just reinstated the death penalty.
Hooray. Uh-oh.
You just delay this thing just a couple of minutes. A few damn minutes.
Wow. Reacting the same way the guy did at the very beginning.
Know me! I used to work here, for Christ's sakes. He knows that old rat knows.
Man, he was sent to the chair pretty quick. Typically it takes like a decade or so before you actually go to the chair once you're convicted.
That phone is gonna ring! I didn't do nothing that you didn't want. All I did was something you wanted to chicken shit to do yourself! Chicken shit fuckers! You can't do this to me! Let me out of here!
Here we go. Right in the eyes.
Niles, I'm terribly sorry it's come to this.
Me too.
That's why I did it, because it's my job.
If you just waited, you would have gotten your job back.
Sanitas semper in terra.
No call. Doesn't feel it, huh? Guess you're feeling all of that.
Magnifica Domine.
I didn't want no haircut. They said that was a mistake because my head might catch on fire from the electricity when they juice me. The governor gonna call.
Never did. The end.
What a revolting development. It just goes to show you what happens when you get too caught up in your work. I'm sure he never knew what hit him. Safety first.
The end. Well, that was it for episode 1 of Tales from the Crypt. I didn't know exactly where it was going until about midways into the episode, where I was like, this guy's going to get a dose of his own medicine. I'm looking forward to it because he needs to be taken out. He ended up being a vigilante that was killing people. Even though the courts were saying they were innocent of it, I think that first guy was for sure somebody that needed to be put down. He seemed to be the guy that killed who he killed in that court case. But the second and third one's not too sure of it, and he was just going, you know what, screw what the jury said, screw what the judge said, I'm going to go after these people one by one. And at the very end, he ended up being exactly what he was describing at the very beginning of the episode. Somebody who was begging for life, saying that the governor is going to call. He was going to tell you to not put me to death, and evidently that didn't happen. And when he was saying that they don't necessarily feel it, they don't, it's instant death as soon as the electricity goes through their body. Turns out I don't think that's very true. It seems like it was false, and he was hit twice with the current, and it looks like he was writhing with pain. But it was a very dark episode. I thought for a start, for something that's horror-centric, it really threw you into this world where it's like, this is going to be a dark series. You're going to go through a lot of things that could be bothersome to the viewer. And when I was watching some of these people put to death, when they were pleading for their life, it definitely made me go, oh man, I feel for these people, even though they might be the worst people in the world, for them to just completely fall apart and decide that, I don't want to die, I want to live, I am worth it. But jury's already been stated, and you have already been sentenced, and it's sucks that there is capital punishment. It really brings out, like, should there be capital punishment? Should there not be? I don't know. It's really up to, maybe it should be up to the families, up to the people who actually went through the grieving and through the loss. Some of them forgive. Other people, they just say, you know what? Die. But hopefully that's some part of society that I never have to actually be a part of. I was only called to jury duty a couple times in my life, and luckily I only had to serve in one grand jury, and nothing was dealing with me having to be the judgment of somebody's demise. And hopefully I never have to do that. I don't really want to have those decisions placed on me. But let's jump into some trivia and see what it took to get this episode off the ground. Walter Hill agreed to give William Sadler the lead only if he vowed to perform it exactly as he had for the audition. William Sadler initially auditioned for the role of the detective who arrests Niles, Talbot, but asked at his audition about playing Talbot. The casting director informed Sadler that they sought Christopher Walken or John Malkovich for the role. Nevertheless, Sadler was allowed to audition and was eventually cast as Talbot. Unlike the majority of episodes, the Crypt Keeper doesn't announce the name of the above installment. William Sadler had a cameo role in The Green Mile, which, like this episode, is centered around the death penalty and the electric chair. Roy Brocksmith would play a bartender in the episode Cutting Cards, which I pointed out. Let me know, comment below what you thought of this episode, and next week I will go over those comments. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to continue on this voyage that we just started to episode 93 of Tales from the Crypt. Until next time, see you later.